So how did I get diagnosed as celiac? Now this was quite a painful and lengthy process, and it usually isn't as complex as this. I'd been experiencing a number of severe gut issues whilst I was bodybuilding, and I obviously went down the route of going to my GP and then getting a referral to a private practice to get some tests done. The issue is I was doing this alongside still bodybuilding, and I was getting ready for a show. So initially when I got tested, I actually wasn't eating any gluten consistently because I was on a bodybuilding prep diet and majority of my carbohydrates came from rice, which meant that the first time that I was tested, I was actually tested negatively. And I was kind of in the situation where the doctors just did not know what was wrong with me. Like, obviously I had all these symptoms and all these issues, but they couldn't work out what was wrong. It wasn't until I got my blood work reviewed by a specialist pharmacologist within my industry that we worked out that there was still some issues. He also happens to be celiac, and he saw some issues in my blood work that kind of aligned with that, which is what eventually got me to continue to look back down that route. And then I realised that you actually need to be eating gluten consistently for a long time leading up to your celiac test, because that's how they check for the antibodies within your system. So yeah, normally it's just a blood test, but in my case it was a bit more complicated.